Top 5 reasons why not to buy the 2026 BMW G310R, real owner opinions, and 3 better alternatives. A premium badge looks amazing right up until your wallet meets the parts counter. On this bike, one original ignition coil can show up at around $264 before labor, and that turns a small single-cylinder problem into a very grown-up. The joke almost tells itself, because on some G310, our stories the real naked part is not the bike, it is your bank account. The voice you hear is not real, because I have voice problems, so stay until the end, and please do not judge me. Here we're going to be fully objective. No brand paid us to speak well or badly about this motorcycle. Subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments what failures or headaches your bike is giving. Now, let us get serious. BMW's official data puts the G310R at 313 cubic centimeters, 34 horsepower, about 28 Newton meters, and a road-ready weight around 164 kilograms. In Colombia, the 2026 model has been listed at about 30,990,000 pesos. On paper, that sounds like a lightweight premium street bike with solid city credentials. In real life, the first reason to think twice is value for money. Many owners admit the bike is easy to ride, friendly in traffic, and attractive in finish. But a repeated complaint in rider communities is that the price feels high for the performance you actually get. The logo does a lot of heavy lifting. The second reason is vibration. This comes up again and again from real owners. Riders describe a strong buzz between roughly 6,000 and 7,000 RPM, especially through the handlebar, pegs, and sometimes the seat. One owner review said the vibrations really creep in after 5,000 RPM. That would be funny if BMW marketed it as a free massage package, but most riders would prefer less buzzing and more refinement. On a motorcycle that is supposed to feel premium, that complaint matters. The third reason is the engine character when you ride harder or faster. Around town, the G310R can feel agile, but when the road opens up, several riders say the bike starts to feel breathless, especially for overtakes or sustained higher speed riding. Some owner discussions also mention that the torque and RPM setup can make it easier to stall than expected, even for experienced riders. In other words, it is a friendly city naked, but it does not always deliver the confident punch some buyers expect after seeing the badge and price. The fourth reason is the safety history on older units. BMW issued an official recall involving the side stand and frame area because repeated use and load could damage the parts and eventually lead to failure while parked. There was also a separate official recall for certain G310R motorcycles because front and rear brake calipers could corrode over time, affecting piston movement and braking performance. That does not condemn every used G310R, but it absolutely means recall history and inspection are not optional if you're shopping. The fifth reason is the low-level ownership drama that keeps appearing in forums. There are reports of expensive maintenance, long waits for parts, failure to start, cold start trouble, occasional engine cutout cases, and battery or charging complaints. A bike in this displacement class is often expected to be simple, cheap, and low stress. The G310R does not always behave like that in the real world, and that gap between expectation and ownership experience is exactly where disappointments. So what would I consider instead? First, the KTM 390 do. It gives you more engine, sharper performance, and in many Colombian dealer listings, it stays very close to the BMW in price. Second, the Yamaha MT-03. It remains in the same naked street mission, offers twin-cylinder smoothness, and in Colombia sits in the same pricing neighborhood. Third, the Triumph Speed 400. It brings strong value, a more mature engine feel, and a lower listed Colombian price, which makes the comparison very uncomfortable for the BMW. The G310R is not a terrible motorcycle. Some owners genuinely love its agility, finish, and ease of use. But if you want the smartest place to put your money, there are stronger options around. Subscribe, and tell me in the comments whether you would still buy the G310R or go with one of these 3 instead.